I just can't do it, Captain. I didn't have the time.
Alright you guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be doing some more solo PvP roaming in the low-sec factional warfare zones. Now because I am a player that does design ship builds at heart and am a player that ends up creating a lot of things that you players in the game over the years call meta. But here I am using one of the new ships from CCP and in EVE Online. This is the Magnate Navy issue from the Amar faction. Now I believe that all of these combat scanning ships are very powerful in their own right, and especially this one right here, as I have been able to utilize it in a buffer standing form, so I have been able to take Confederation Navy comets in it. But today I'll be utilizing a different build and ship design that I have come up with. This one will revolve heavily around our stability to be able to keep our Nosferatu running on our opponents, so we will need their capacitor to be able to keep our weapons going. Now the weakness in this ship, you guys, would be if we were under any new pressure from our opponents. So any new pressure on this ship does defeat it very easily, but it does have the ability to play like the heavy DPS Punisher and almost like a little extra buffed powerful Rifter in my perspective, using the Amar style weapons of mid brawl control. So let me give you guys a quick little peek of what it looks like right now, and I have brought a few of them up here, like 5 or 6 of them, so we will be running these today and seeing how we do. Now we do not want to engage any heavy faction frigates in it. Remember you guys, we are just like a little extra buffed Punisher, so we do want to maintain our stability of that effect and just try to engage Tech 1 frigates. But with that said, let's get out into the roam. Also, when we are doing our solo roam, I will be utilizing the T3 boosters from the event. Now I suggest that you guys do utilize these yourselves, as they will not last forever and they are extremely powerful when used correctly. And remember, you can choose your combinations, but the one that I am going to go with today, I'm going to go with the turret, the armor, and the armor repairer. Also, I'm going to give myself 5% scan resolution, and on top of that I am going to combine those boosters with 25% more armor repair. Now that you guys have kind of seen the build that I've designed and will be running today, let's get out into the roam. There was a Crucifier Navy issue over here. He might be inside this site, so let's just try to go for it.
Warp drive active.
I think he has all of his friends coming.
Your security status has been lowered.
Alright, so security's up. All this round going in. Ooh, so it does look like he has me range scripted, so because I am using Gatling Pulse lasers from the Amar faction, this player utilizing the E-War factor of reducing my range, as the Gatling guns do already have a reduced range on them, thus it's already a lost fight. GG guys.
The capacitor is empty. The capacitor is empty. Warp drive active.
Alright, we are heading back to Zarzak. I do have to reship because this one right here does have an A-class repper in it. I just found it off a guy the other day, so I thought, oh, what the heck, might as well throw it on here. So I want to de-ship into a lesser value vessel, but if the same build. So you guys do see that we do not want to engage faction ships, and we want to stick to Tech 1 frigates. We are landing back in Zarzak. Alright, now that we have shipped down into a ship that has a less expensive repper, not an A-class one, but we are using an ancillary small armor repairer now, so that is more viable to us to go out and solo roam. But remember you guys, when you are a solo PvPer or a solo pilot, that you must always remind yourself that you will over time engage small gang, so you do sometimes have to use those A-class reppers and sometimes have to use the best boosters and maybe even possibly implants just to be able to survive. Alright, 24 million, 213 DPS, and we do have a solid tank, so that's pretty good. Now when it comes to the skinner program, I do have a ship skin design that I have made for this vessel right here. It does utilize the military style of camo for the ship design, and I did implement 4 different colors into this, but you wouldn't really notice it because it did take some time to line everything up properly and make sure that the colors were preset. And I do have another one in the works right now for the Catalyst Navy right here, as we will be changing our flag color soon to these 3 colors, so you guys can see that it is pretty nice when we have utilized it properly. It do take some time. That yes, it is overpriced right now by CCP to utilize all of the aspects of the skinner program and to even buy some of the colors, but you can go out and explore and find these colors in combat anomalies and through relic and data sites and other aspects in the game. There is colors that you will not find on the market for sale that you can acquire to change for your ships, but you do have to go out and play the game to get these. But do remember that once you get these, do not get blown up in it, and make sure you get your butt to a station right away, because some of them are probably more valuable than they say. Remember to get out there and test your own ship designs and your ship skin build. With that, let's get back into the realm. Alright you guys, I have come to the Caldari and Galente warfare side with the Gurista pirates. Now I have to be careful over here because there is gate camps and there is high level of corruption, so we do not want to engage any bubbles and things like that. Here in this system it looks like they haven't got to full corruption yet, but I'm pretty sure over here in Renorel and other locations next to it that it is full corrupted and could be possibly bubbled, so I do have to be careful in that aspect, especially when I am alone. If you guys are rolling around as a solo pilot, to take all of those things into consideration and to prepare for being blobbed. I have activated the full power of the event booster, so I do have all of these attributes, and it does last 4 hours with max skills. We do have to stick to Tech 1 frigates. That is what we want to engage. We don't want to engage faction. Yes, this is a faction style ship, and you can, with good piloting skills and choosing the right engagements, kill faction on faction ships, but you do lose some of that ability for combat, as it is designed mainly for scouting, hacking, and exploration side of combat in the faction warfare zone. But I have currently utilized all aspects of those ships for all factions for pure combat, and I do believe my builds are quite powerful. There is a Merlin over here. Hopefully it does want to fight, because that is a perfect engagement for us. We do want to try and take on any heavily gun-based ships, because we are utilizing that 400 plate against their gun weapon systems. Alright, see if we can grab this guy. He is close to the beacon. Hey buddy. He's a little tough one. Alright, let's light him up now. Turn my engine on. Let's get our reps going. This way we can get real nice hits on him. It's pretty strong. Gotta turn all this off. Make sure my weapons don't turn off. Have to risk a rep here. He's breaking. We're gonna switch to Scorch. He's trying to run. Woohoo! Woohoo! Hey little guy. Where are you going? Okay, so if we look at that kill right here, you guys, because it was a heavily DPS output Merlin, and we take a good look at it, yeah, it does look like it was heavily damage output, because it does have 2 stasis webifiers using the magnetic field stabilizer and the collision accelerator. Now this right here is a build that me and my brother did design back in the day, and it is pretty cool and unique to see that it is still viable and being used on the battlefield. And if you do utilize it properly by understanding spiral of control and managing manually piloting on the screen to do it, then you actually can trap and kill Federation Navy comets. On top, you have to use a mid-grade snake implant set and the booster, but all in all, good fight, brother. Okay, now that we are repaired, let's get back out there. Alright, I have arrived back onto the Amar and Minmatar Warzone side, and there is a Tristan over here. It does say bait fit, but let's go for it anyway. Nope, he is gone. Ooh, it's hitting hard. I do one cycle of this. I'm gonna eat my drugs now. Start my rubber. Punishers are thick. So if we get them, we're gonna have to rep. Breaking, eat everything. Eat or we die. Don't burn out. Nice. Right when it ran out. Right at that exact moment. You little bugger. Whoa, got him. Alright, just gonna dock up in this station right here and drop off all of this loot from that fight. I don't want to carry it around with me. Also, we do need to get repaired as soon as possible, and we do need to reload our ancillary small armor repairer, so drop our charges in and we're ready to go. Now if we look at his build right here, we can see that he did have a 400 plate and he was dual light pulse laser. Now the benefit here that we had against him was we were nosing him for his capacitor against our own, allowing us to get those extra reps in, and on top of that we did have a web to pin him down as he was only scram and afterburner fit, so we could control the traversal of the battlefield. Other than that, good fight, Varel. When we did eat those boosters, it was clean for 23% bonus to our rep. So on my way back to Zarzak to get to the other side of the war zone, you guys, I did manage to find Republic Fleet Firetail. Let's see if we can get on him. Does hurt. Gonna need to rep. Tracking issues. Ooh, this one that might have now. I was having some tracking issues there. My cap's empty now. Ooh, got a rep in there. Oh, we're going down. Ooh, we started to break her too. Alright you guys, we are now back in Zarzak, so you can see that against Tech 1 frigates, especially heavy DPS frigates, that it does hold its own. Now when it comes to our engagement on faction frigates, you guys can see that even when we were dogpiled in a 2v1, even against a good 1v1 faction versus faction, depending on which faction ship you are choosing to engage, you can see that it is possible, but sadly I did not spiral manually piloting on the screen using that player's agility against himself, so it did cost me some tracking issues. I did start the fight with configuration ammunition, which does give us a reduction to our tracking. I should have used Imperial Navy multi-frequency ammunition the entire time, as it does use reduced capacitor and give a bonus to tracking, because you guys, just in general, fighting that style of a ship with a 400 plate using a fat boy Amar is pretty hard, because the Republic Fleet Firetail's agility is just way stronger than most Amar vessels. So remember to stick to trying to fight Tech 1 frigates when you can, because mainly these are just utility based combat frigates, you guys, as they do have extra slots, but they are a little weaker versus what you would say an actual Navy combat ship, but they do hold their own in PvP and they are pretty fun. So let's just make sure this one's good to go and keep on going, because we do still have a little bit of time before our boosters run out, still an hour and a half. All right, let's get back out there and keep on roaming. There is another Punisher in here. Let's see if we can take on this one.
Your security status has been lowered.
Oh, looks like we got him tackled. He is engaging us. I'm gonna try to get him close on this guy. He does have me webbed, so I'm gonna make sure to keep my afterburner on here for a sec. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off now. I don't want to attract myself. I gotta make sure these hit. Okay, we're hitting. I'm guessing slightly a few times. It seems to be pretty plated up, so we should have it in the bag here when we play it right. I'm just gonna switch to some heavy DPS right now and then overheat my weapons and try and burn them out. It's the power of the Amar. They get stronger and stronger the deeper they go into mid-range. He's calling in local that this will be close. I don't think it will, as I am reffing. I see him trying to pull range. Nice. He was C1 weapon fit, but he was going for the heavy EHP build. Pretty strong. It has about 20,000 total EHP. A huge stack hit points, as it is running 2 400mm plates. Get them in a pack of like 3 to 5. Super powerful. Good fight, Conrad.
Warp drive active.
Literally, there's nothing you can do when they blob you like that, especially when they were all kiting builds, and I'm just looking for the good old brawl GF guys. Alright, we are back in Zarzak now, and I did get another ship, so I'm just gonna rig this puppy up real quick. Make sure I do have my ancillary charges loaded with my ammunition, so that I'm just ready to go. We did not get any luck on the Amar side, as we were taken out by a fleet of Navy ships, so let's go ahead and check the other side of the field. So we are going to head right now to the Caldari and Galente faction warfare side, and I will slowly make my way towards the front line of the battlefield. There is a Tristan right here. Now remember, you guys, if this is a brawling one, we are in trouble, but hopefully it does want to engage. So right, here we go. To make sure to heat every aspect of it that I can. I have to burn her down as fast as possible. Tristans are tough, and you never really know what they are, so let's just hit it. Remember, we do have a 400 plate, so we can hold. Alright, GF, she went down extremely fast. That must have been like all T1 or some kind of noob, bro, because that player went down way too fast. And they're smart enough to escape though. GF Lily. Okay, since we couldn't really find anything and people in the militia are calling out that there is an ice field, so we are going to head to Zarzak and use the shipcaster. That way we can get ourselves to the battlefield faster. So if you guys have never been to Zarzak, there is a shipcaster here, and what it does is it takes you to the fob on either side of the battlefield. So it'll either take you to the Angel Cartel fob, or it will take you to the Gurista's Pirates fob. And depending on what side you are gate jumping from, you may have to wait. As you can see right here that there is a timer when it comes to using the gate. Alright, the shipcaster is ready, and now I'm gonna jump through and arrive on my side of the battlefield. Well, sadly I just missed the ice field, but that does happen, so we'll just keep on going. Alright, I'm gonna try to go for this Kestrel and an Incursus. It probably will be an incredibly hard fight for me because the Incursus is bonus. Trying to melt it. Switch. Might be able to cap here. Try to get on this one. Might have been able to kill another one if I didn't go into a fucking reload. Dead. No!
Warp drive active.
See ya! That's the life of the solo player. Gotta fight the blobs. There is a tormentor here. Now remember, if it is a dual repping one, I will be in a lot of trouble, but let's try to break it. Now to make sure I get real good hits on him. Try to go for him. Keep an eye on his distance. He's breaking real quickly. Use my engineer, catch up to him. Switch my ammo to Scorch. Try to get closer on him. Rep now. I'm gonna eat my drugs now because if I do get a penalty, I want to make sure that I use up most of my cap. I kill my engine now to make sure that I do use all of my cap to my weapons. Alright you guys, it does look like she was some kind of heavily based DPS tormentor. Now if I was an active base ship or I did not have my 400mm plate, this style of DPS would have ate through me and most likely deleted me. So because of that, I was able to hold through and get the kill. But other than that, good fight. Alright, there is a Kestrel there, you guys. I'm trying to pin it before it goes in. We snagged it. Try to heat it as much as possible. I am using Scorch, so in case he tries to pull his range, how many webs? He only has one web on me here. So I don't think I need to use my boosters yet. Stay close on him. I'm going to switch to Conflag now. That's the glory of the Amar, you guys. They have the ability to switch on the fly. Yeah, buddy. Alright, now if we take a look at his build, he was following suit to the old Ram and Scram, and he does have a properly based shield, HP, and resistance build. But sadly, he was T1. But other than that, good fight, my friend. We have not been blobbed by any faction groups yet, so we have been able to get a few little kill marks on our ship right there, but we do have to head to the station and repair. Try to hit it with heat the whole time. He's got me dual webbed. I don't know, it shoots incredibly fast, so I gotta start repping right now. Start repping. I need to rep now. Keep at range 1000, come on. Why does it keep turning off? Come on, break it, quick. Look, you guys see that? It keeps turning off. Break it. It's turning off again. Come on. There we go. I had my set auto repeat off. God damn. I almost died to my own stupidity. Remember, you guys, when you're in a fight, make sure all of your buttons in your sequencing are set and secure. I must have activated that when I was setting an auto reload to off. Alright, you guys, I am back in Zarzak now, and we can check out those other kill mills. Now, when it comes to the Tristan, it looks like it was a heavy-based brawling Tristan, but sadly, this player chose to use the Gatling railguns, as this may have been their first time in the PvP zone, as this tends to happen sometimes, where certain players feel like the ranged weapons worked better for them during their missions or their encounters with NPC. But as you can see, when you are brawling, especially with a web and scram and afterburner, it would be best to use blasters, not railguns. But other than that, good fight, Lily. And when it comes to the small gang that we did try to engage, the Insurgency and the Kestrel and the other pilots, this Kestrel, it looks like it was some kind of heavily buffed shield based build, but it also did have some ballistic control systems. This thing looks like it was designed for nothing more than straight damage, but other than that, good fight. Now I hope you guys do see the ability and the power that the brawling Magnate issue does have, and you can see that this build and design, you guys remember, is the Punisher and the Rifter combined, making one style of a build. And if you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, and at 500 subscribers I will be doing my first live stream. Hope you guys are all staying safe out there. God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.